and welcome to Leah's Handmade Crafts, episode number 12. This is the first time I've done one of these vlog everyday things, and I'm a bit late. I'm 2 days late at it, but I thought I'd give it a go. We've had a bit of craziness go on here today, but before I get to that, I'll show you the 2 whips that I've done, and then I'll go on about the madness that is my life. The first of my finished objects is the big button cowl. I'm so excited and so happy with how it turned out. I've got a small neck, so anything that's sort of big, I think next time I make it, I'll make it a row shorter so it's not quite so bulky, but I absolutely love it. So this was the big button cowl by Leah at the Dabbling Hook. Fantastic pattern. As I said, I think I'll make it 1 row shorter the next time, just simply because it's just a bit too big. But otherwise, love it. So easy. Can understand why it is that Debbie of the Canadian Crocheter loves making it. It is just the loveliest pattern. And the fact that I was able to make it in Woolies thick and quick, because we actually have a store here in Australia that's now selling it, made it all that much more special. And the other of my long-standing whips that I finally finished that became a finished object was the Rustic lace scarf by Highland Hickory Designs. Highland Designs, Highland Hickory. One of those. I'll put it down below. But this is the scarf. Now it's folded in half here because it's quite large. And I used a Karen cake. I did the Karen cotton cakes in Rose Whisper. And the detail is just so gorgeous. I think it shows better with the pink. And all it is double crochet and chain 2 spaces, double crochet, chain 2. It is the simplest pattern, and I must say, in the Karen cake, in the Karen cotton cakes, just so soft. So this was something that I took to doctor's appointments with me, to doctor's appointments, to countless medical appointments, and I looked at it in its little bag the other day and I thought, you know what, I've just got to finish it. So I finished it, and I'm so glad I did. So I can't wait to wear that. So they're my 2 finished objects. My craziness that is my life, I have, as many of you are aware, I live with a chronic illness and have been battling sleep in recent months, just finding it more and more difficult to get to sleep at night, simply because my bed, which I'd had for about 14 going on 15 years, was just getting a bit too hard. Now, I've always enjoyed a firm mattress, but this was getting to the point where I just couldn't sleep. So I was able to get some money recently via my superannuation, and I purchased a new bed, and it got delivered today, and I had an afternoon nap on it. Oh my golly gosh, it is so beautiful. And I'll insert a picture at the end of the bed with the beautiful quilt cover or duvet cover that I was able to get. It's a gumnut theme, and anyone that knows me knows that I love anything gum nuts. I'm a huge May Gibbs fan, and for those of you overseas, if you don't know who May Gibbs is, Google Snugglepot and Cuddlepie, and you will find the gum nut babies, and they are the most gorgeous children's stories. And I have been a tragic gum nuts fan all my life. I still continue to be a tragic gum nuts fan all my life, in my adult years, and I've taught my two children about the Gumnut Babies, and last year was the 100th anniversary of the Gumnut Babies. So that was a pretty big thing in our family, or at least for me. And so to have this quilt cover is just very exciting. So yeah. So that was my good part to the day. My bad part to the day is my little Gus, my little Jack Russell Terrier, has been a bit unwell. Last week we had him at the vet because he had ear mites and he had a sebaceous cyst. And so we got him medication for all of that. And everything was going along okay. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere yesterday, he just started vomiting. Vomiting and vomiting and vomiting. And then earlier today or earlier this afternoon, he seemed to come good. And it looked like he was, he turned a corner. But he didn't. He got a bit sicker. And we've had him at the vet this evening and he had to get an injection, the poor baby. And he's normally really good with injections, but this time it was a bit sore. It was a bit of a nasty injection. So he was in a fair bit of pain. So that wasn't very nice. But he's home now and he's had some medicine and hopefully, pray God, he's going to turn the corner. Because I don't know what I would do if something happened with that little man. He, like my children, he's my life. And I hate to think what would happen if something happened to him. So, fingers and toes crossed, we're going to turn a corner. Yeah, so it's been a bit crazy here. And I'm going to finish on a good note. I'm going to finish on a tea note. This is my teacup. Isn't it pretty? Little mermaid on the cup. Oops. And I have what's known as Melbourne breakfast in here. It's by a brand called Madam Flavour. And it's Melbourne breakfast. Absolutely beautiful. It has almost like a hint of vanilla in it, but it's really quite nice. So, cheers. That's my tea for now. Not real sure I like this little bit showing on the screen, but anyway, as we get older, that's what happens. But until next time, keep crafting, keep crocheting, have fun, and God bless.